Hello, welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, President Granger heads high-level delegation to UN General Meeting in New York. Officers to benefit from a one-week training program. Multi-million-dollar contracts awarded for the rehabilitation of the forensic laboratory, as well as several police stations. And Santa Aratac hosts annual Heritage Day celebration. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. And now for the details. President David Granger is heading a high-level delegation to the UN General Meeting in New York. Tiffany Rojas is in Manhattan with that report.
We're here in New York where President David Granger joins 192 other heads of state and country representatives for the 72nd regular session of the United Nations General Assembly meeting. Tomorrow, the general debate will convene. The theme for that debate is focusing on people striving for peace and a decent life for all on a sustainable planet. Issues to be addressed include climate change, economic issues, and terrorism, among other topical issues. President David Granger will address the General Assembly on Wednesday. The President will also meet with the UN Secretary Generals during this week. The President is leading a delegation that includes Foreign Affairs Minister Carl Greenwich and representatives from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The President will engage in several bilaterals during the course of this week. The President is expected to also meet with the Guyana Head Mission here in New York. Reporting from the UN headquarters here in New York for InfoHub, Tiffany Rojas.
More than 50 officers will benefit from a one-week training program conducted by the Canadian Justice Education Society. Seneca Thorne tells us more.
The training is a collaborative effort between JES and the U.S. State Department. It is part of the Strengthening the Criminal Justice in Guyana project. The officers will participate in major case management, train the trainers, and coaching sessions.
These courses have been developed to provide a structure for major case investigations. The activities that you, the participants, will engage in this week will enhance your ability to conduct major crime investigations and will directly contribute to the larger project's objective of strengthening the criminal justice system.
Acting Commissioner David Ramnarine explained that there is an increased concern locally, regionally, and internationally in the development of a professional police force, hence the launch of the project. Ramnarine acknowledges that there is a lack of professionalism among the officers within the Guyana Police Force, especially their personal discipline, which needs to be addressed.
Increasingly, people are concerned. Both local, regional, and international. They're concerned, authorities are concerned, want to assist in that regard in the development of a professional police force. A police force where the officers who are charged with this onerous duty understand and appreciate and are equipped with the skills and knowledge to provide a qualitative service to the communities.
The acting commissioner also urged the participants to implement their training whilst performing their duties. He noted that there is a limited use of the training provided or demonstrated to fellow colleagues. In January 2015, the embassy and the diplomatic community combined efforts to identify and address issues within the justice system. A series of meetings and seminars with representatives of Guyana policing, prosecuting, and judicial authorities were conducted to ascertain the expertise and methodology to develop a structured justice reform program for Guyana. Seneca Thorne for InfoHub.
Multi-million-dollar contracts have been awarded for the rehabilitation of the forensic laboratory, as well as several police stations across the country. Crystal Stahl has details.
Rehabilitation works to the forensic laboratory, including electrical installations, will be carried out by the Horatio Construction Company at a cost of $60.5 million. The works, according to the Minister of Public Security, Kamraj Ramjatan, brings the laboratory one step closer to conducting DNA testing.
We have to do what is called the air quality system and the security system, which will be contracts, I understand. Those are up for single sourcing that will be to the tune of $50 million. And that will take care of what is called the infrastructural works that is going to complete it for DNA kind of testing.
Additionally, 7 police stations will be rehabilitated to the tune of $150.4 million. These include Sodi, Aishalton, Port Kaituma, Mabaruma, Anai, Isano, and Aurora police stations. Project manager of the CSSP program said the police stations are being remodeled to make them more user-friendly.
We're moving towards installing domestic violence room so that persons reporting cases of domestic violence can do so with some level of confidentiality within the room. Because we're moving towards digitization of many of the processes, so we want to have the computer room for them to work, and also an area whereby they can gather evidence, again, in a location where it is, we can, at least to the maximum, ensure that that process is confidential.
The works fall under Component 2 of the Citizen Security Strengthening Program. Minister Kemraj pointed out that by the end of the year, all projects will be contracted out or completed. Crystal Stull for InfoHub.
On Saturday, Santa Aratac, the only indigenous community in Region 3, held its annual Heritage Day celebration. Here's this report. Hundreds of persons flocked to the Santa Aratac mission to participate in the festivities. There was a cultural presentation. And for the first time, the Miss Indigenous Heritage Pageant delegates were introduced to the public. Region 3 Chairman Dennis Jaikaran, during his presentation, made several assurances to the community. These included the fencing of the school's compound, a community health outreach, a brush cutter, fuel supply, and sports gear for the youth. He also noted the importance of analyzing the achievements of the community.
As we continue to celebrate Amerindian Heritage Month in this community, let us celebrate it with a meaning, the purpose for which it was set out, and to ensure that our achievements at the end of each celebration, that we record them, we evaluate each one.
Santa Artac's Tushaw, Aubrey Samuels, welcomed everyone to the community and thanked the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs and the regional administration for their continued support.
Santa Aratac community is striving, developing as years goes by. Today, I hope that each and every one of you here present this morning to have an enjoyable day as we celebrate Heritage Month, Guyana's first people sustain a cultural environment.
Santa Aratac Mission is situated on the bank of the Kamuni Creek. With a population of 3,000, it is the closest village to the capital city and the Chedijagan International Airport. Reporting from Heritage Day celebrations at Santa Aratac Mission, I'm Natasha Smith for InfoHub. 30 Guyanese are undergoing a 2-week training program in aquaculture technology. Here again is Crystal Stull.
A collaboration between the Ministry of Agriculture and the People's Republic of China, the sessions formally began today at the Regency Hotel. The Fujian Institute of Oceanography is facilitating the training sessions. Vice President of China's Ministry of Commerce, Liu Minhe, described Guyana as one of the most suitable countries for aquaculture development.
It was widely recognized as one of the most suitable countries for aquaculture development in the world because of its outstanding natural condition. And so, China has a beautiful ambition to make this beautiful country not only rich in water, in clean water, and in beautiful green forests.
Minhe said, though it's the Fujian Institute's first training session in Guyana and the number of participants is small, his country hopes to build stronger ties for future engagements.
We do hope this training course could build up a bridge for further fishery cooperation between China and this beautiful country, and further enhance the traditional friendship between the two nations.
Minister Noel Holder said despite mechanisms being implemented by his ministry, Other sources must be considered and measures implemented to address the dwindling marine resources.
One such measure is the development of a thriving aquaculture sector to replace the shortfall anticipated in marine resources. The government of Guyana has placed this as a priority area, and we will be pushing this agenda.
Participants include government officers, technicians, staff of various enterprises, and aquaculture farms. Crystal Stoll for InfoHub.
Several medical professionals participated in a one-day seminar to revise the national medicine policy. More from Paul McAdam.
The seminar is part of efforts to strengthen the pharmaceutical management and supply chain locally. Material Management Unit Logistic Manager Colette Goffey explained that a number of outcomes are expected in redrafting this policy.
We have started and we intend with your support to continue as such to have a sustained impact, a strengthened pharmaceutical system, and more than ever, give direction to pharmacy through a documented roadmap.
Minister of Public Health, Walter Lawrence, noted that many local health facilities continually face issues related to accessing health supplies.
There are reports emanating from hospitals, clinics, and medical facilities all across the 10 administrative regions that they have issues with supplies, and more so with supplies reaching them. But we're going to get there, and not only that we're going to get there, we're going to get further because we're committed to the well-being of our people. And it's not going to happen overnight because we're not going to apply band-aid measures.
Before commissioning the steering committee to review the policy, the minister added that the existing documents' legal and regulatory framework must be evaluated, updated, and tailored to the specific needs of the population and health services. Paul McAdam for InfoHub.
Seafield Sophia residents were on Sunday updated by the Central Housing and Planning Authority on the developments that will take place in their community under the Road Network Upgrade and Expansion Program. Gabriela Patram has details.
CHMPA project engineer Anthony Ragnott explained that the project covers 7 components. Some of the proposed works will include construction of roads and sidewalks.
Development of playgrounds, and this would include the land development, fencing of the area, installation of sanitary facilities, bleachers, and also installation of recreational amenities such as basketball court, swing, slides, etc. The project would also benefit from, the area would also benefit from street lighting, where we're looking at installation of LED-powered, solar-powered LED street lights. And under the project, there will also be construction of core houses.
Senior Community Development Officer attached to the CHMPA, Donald Best Bascom, told the residents that community leaders have informed the authority about the issue of correctly naming each of the community's plantations.
From our recent consultation with your community leaders, they have been very clear in indicating that we need to address you properly, to call you by your correct name. So instead of calling the whole area Sophia, each plantation has a specific name, and your leaders are very clear in insisting that that name is used in addressing you. All right, and we have heard them, and we will concur with what they are demanding.
During the interactive session, several concerns were raised by residents. Several agreed the removal of squatters on government reserves and the need for better drainage. Appeals were also made for employment to be given to the community's youths. Another CHMPA consultation was also held at the Cummins Park Multipurpose Center. Gabriela Patram for InfoHub.
Thanks for watching. Do remember to connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.